Okay, now this little short clip is for our relative mins and maxes, which I believe are concepts that you all discussed last year in Algebra 2 Trig. So a relative minimum is really like, here are our formal definitions, which you can read through, but the way that I think about it is the relative minimum is the pit, or it could be the pits, it could be, plural, there could be more than one. So I think of this as the pit, or like the valley portion. Our relative maximum are going to be the peaks that we have here, or like the highest part of the mountain here. And again, it's okay to have more than one relative minimum and more than one relative maximum. On the next part, you're going to need your graphing calculator, because what we're going to do is we're going to look at this function here. It says f of x is x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus 8. And it's telling us that we should be able to find these using our graphing calculator. So I just cleared that out. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to go into y equals, and I'm going to type in the function x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus 8. And then I'm going to click graph. You can see here it's making this little W shape. I know that this is going to be parabolic, kind of like a parabola, because I know that my end behavior, because this is a positive x to the fourth, that my function is going to continue going up towards positive infinity on the left side and positive infinity on the right side. So I know that this should really be the lowest part of the graph that I'm going to see. So I can tell right now that I have two relative minimums, one here at this pit and one here at this pit, and I should have a relative maximum right here at that peak. Now these are not this one is not going to be an absolute maximum, because we know that our graph is going to be extending in the direction towards positive infinity. But I can know that one or the other of these two coordinates here for those pits, they're going to be our absolute maximum. Or sorry, I want to repeat that, the absolute minimum, because they will be the lowest part of our graph here. So let's calculate the maximum and the minimum. So if I go to second trace minimum, let's do this pit on the left side. So I click to the left of the pit, to the right of it, and then I click enter. So it looks like I have a relative minimum at that coordinate. Well, it's about -1, 7. And I want to find the relative minimum of the other one. So again, I'm going to go to second trace, down to minimum. I want to find the other pit. So I go to the left of it, to the right, and I press enter. Okay, and this is going to be a relative min again. Okay, and that also looks like it's at close to +1 this time, 7. Now let's find that maximum. So second trace, go to max, and we're going to go to the left of that peak. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. To the left, to the right, and press enter. So it looks like it's at, now mine looks like that's in scientific notation because it is, and that's super close to 0 and +8. So it looks like to me, not only are these two pits here going to be our relative minimum, but they're also going to be our absolute minimum, because they are the lowest part of the graph, and I know that both of them are there together because their outputs are equal.